Well, it says that the government will be on his shoulders. And again, we think and we ponder about, the whole way that this is upside down. King Herod, steeped in darkness and killing every child from 2 years old and below in Bethlehem. And we wonder how has this government changed? How has the government been placed upon Jesus' shoulders? He never did overthrow Herod or the Romans. He never did take charge the way people expected. And so how is the government to be upon his shoulders? What has happened? What is the change? What is the difference? Well, if we look at the Old Testament and what Simeon was longing for, the Old Testament is all based on the law and doing the law and doing it perfectly. And what Jesus Christ brought was grace and peace, grace and truth. And so the government of the time was corrupt. The government of the time was in darkness. And Jesus came to turn that darkness into light and to change our understanding and our comprehension of how we're to live. We no longer live by the law. We no longer live by its do's and don'ts. We live by the grace and mercy that has come through Jesus Christ. It says that he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace, Emmanuel. See, they were expecting an earthly kingdom. They were expecting that this baby would come and take over. And I've been reading a series of books that I told you about, the Zion Chronicles. The Advent. What's the one you recommended for me? I've been reading this series, and they were looking for someone who would overthrow the Romans. Everyone was wondering when Jesus would take over, when he would set up his kingdom. And you see, what they were expecting and what Jesus came to bring was vastly different. They were looking for an earthly kingdom, and he came to set up a spiritual kingdom. He came to change the hearts of men. It says in Matthew 1, verses 22 and 23, all this took place to fulfill what the Lord had said through the prophet. The virgin will be with birth, and will be with child, and will give birth to a son. And they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. When Joseph woke up, he did what the angel of the Lord had commanded him, and took Mary home as his wife. But he had no union with her until she gave birth to a son. And he gave him the name Jesus. He will be called Wonderful Counselor. He'll be called Mighty God. He'll be called Everlasting Father. He'll be called Prince of Peace. He'll be called Emmanuel. This child is the great expectation, the great hope for this coming year. What did you come this morning expecting? What did you come hoping for? What are you looking forward to in the new year? Well, as we've said from the beginning of this Advent season, the answer to our question, what is coming, who is coming, and when will it come? The answer is Jesus. And he's already come. He came 2,000 years ago to meet every expectation, every hope that is in our hearts. And this morning, as we pray together, I want you to just reflect on that. Take a little bit of time and think about what Jesus means to you, what Jesus means to your family, what Jesus means to our church, and what Jesus means to our community. Let's just take a brief time to reflect on that. And then I'll pray for us.
Thank you. I will.
Hey, that's good.